I don't know. What is this? I don't even think, I look at something like this and I go, are we really, is it really happening? Are we in a weird dream? It doesn't seem like it's possible that what is happening is happening.
I have never taken a hallucinogenic before, Johnny, but you're right. When you just put those visuals on the screen, it looks like you just took some shrooms or took the electric Kool-Aid acid test.
Yeah.
Because you have the world's richest man wearing a piece of freaking cheese on his head, dancing around like an idiot. And then in the other picture, you have Kid Rock in the Oval Office. And I love this. This is from The Daily Show. Dressed like a piñata filled with cigarettes.
I will say, Kid Rock, though, still more appropriately dressed than John Fetterman.
Correct. Yes. Yeah. If Fetterman had worn that into the inauguration, okay, I would have given him a pass. Not a hoodie and some shorts, Fetterman. Take your fashion advice from Kid Bob Rock.
Yeah. Yeah, and to think just like 3 weeks ago, President Zelensky was getting hassled for not wearing a suit. And then this is what's standing in the Oval Office right now. So let's start. You don't
like to stand on after that, do you?
Yeah, no, not really. Not that it matters. But let's watch this moment with Kid Rock in the Oval Office and break it down.
By the way, quickly before we go any further, go back to where you were going to start that video. Do we need the Gulf of America at every press conference?
He ain't taking that down.
Does that need to be the backdrop?
He is very, very proud of that. Very proud of that.
It's like the person during, 5 years ago when stuff was happening that had the same stupid ass green screen to be like, hey, I know we're all stuck in our house, but not me. Look at me. I'm in the Bahamas. Well, maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm the Great Barrier Reef. Just knock it off. We get it. It's fine. You made your point. Don't eat it everywhere. Continue.
Maybe it's there in case he forgets, while he's giving a speech, he can look over and go, America, Gulf of America. Yeah, because we're not.
You know what? You point Johnny on that one. Point Johnny. I may be mistaken on that.
Let's go to the Oval Office.
A friend of mine, Kid Rock, sometimes referred to as Bob. I know him as Bob.
He's in the in circle.
Yeah. Has anyone in the history of ever been like, please welcome to the stage, Bob?
Bob.
Like, who refers to him as Bob besides the president? He's like, some people refer to him as Bob. Please welcome Bob to the stage. My name is Bob. Bob the bag. I mean, what in the hell is going on there?
What is his? Yeah, he's got a goofy.
Ritchie?
Yeah, Robert James Ritchie is his name. He's got three first names. Is how he. That's how he.
Judging by the way he was attired in the White House, that checks.
Yeah, exactly. So Don and his friend Bob are standing in the White House.
Don and Bob.
He's been a good friend for a long time, many years, and he's been after something that is for the good of a lot of people, including, in particular, the public, and having to do with ticket sales and scalping and all of the gouging that you have been reading about.
He's not as good off the cuff anymore, is he?
No. He's stumbling to just kind of get what he needs to see.
Something's different.
You can see it in real time. He kind of like, and he goes back to it's the same go-tos as transitions, like a lot of people, big people, but it's slower to get there when he's trying to go off the cuff.
It does feel a lot more jumbled, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
It's gotten worse and worse with time. And I didn't know too much about it, but I checked it out, and it is a big problem. And
anyone who's bought a concert ticket in the last decade, maybe 20 years, no matter what your politics are, knows that it's a conundrum. You buy a ticket for $100, by the time you check out, it's $100.
Whoa!
Do you hear that?
Go back. That's a big drop from Bob. Dropping conundrum in there. It's not just a problem, ladies and gentlemen. I am in the Oval Office. This is a conundrum now.
Yeah. And if you watch, the president looks over his shoulder and says, "Is that on the map?"
tariff conundrum 25%. Too much fentanyl coming from the border of conundrum.
Let me see here. Whoops. I pushed a button. Hang on.
That's all right.
There we go.
By the way, this whole thing.
Frank's right. He is definitely.
He is. By the way, this whole thing, as you're hearing, is because he signed an executive order about ticket scalping. That's why Kid Rock was there.
Politics are knows that it's a conundrum. You buy a ticket for $100. By the time you check out, it's $170. You don't know what you can charge for. But more importantly, these bots. They come in to get all the good tickets to your favorite shows you want to go to, and then they're relisted immediately for sometimes a 400% or 500% markup.
God, there's something funny that happens whenever somebody else is talking. Trump just starts to zone out. He just is like, this isn't my show anymore, and I don't like it, and I'm bored with you.
It's not for me. Even with the shiny colors that Kid Rock is wearing, can't even keep his attention. He's just off doing whatever he's doing, just staring at the Gulf of America.
Yeah. Just, I scrolled back about 10 seconds there, and just keep your eye on the president while Kid Rock is talking. I know it's hard because he's got such a distracting... he's
got Hulk Hogan's old outfit when he was Thunder Lips from the Rocky movie.
But just watch Trump, and you can see him just like daydreaming.
They come in to get all the good tickets to your favorite shows you want to go to, and then they're relisted immediately for sometimes a 400% or 500% markup. And the artists don't see any of that money. And, ultimately, I think it's a great first step.
He's gone.
He's done.
He's done. I'd love down the road if there'd be some legislation that we could actually put a cap on the resale of tickets. And I'm a capitalist and a deregulation guy, but they've tried this in some places in Europe, and it seems to be the only thing that's us as artists be able to
hey, look. They're not wrong. I mean, the way tickets get sold is pretty insane. The problem is this is an executive order. It's not a law. It's not going to change anything.
Right. And no offense, but like even his writing of his name is more like he's trying to figure out a maze than actually writing his name.
He's got to show mommy his homework.
Yeah.
So
that he does. Yeah. He drifts. He just kind of was in and out there. He's not even paying attention to what Bob's saying. He's just like looking away, looking at something else, being like, what's going on here? I'm out.
Yeah. Now, if you want some action, well, we go to this guy.
This idiot.
Do you think that in his mind he looks like this? Is that what he's what he's going for here?
I believe he is. He thought he was the general in charge of the cheese state, and he said, I have the biggest cheesehead, so I, in turn, am in charge here. I am the Patton of Wisconsin.
I think that's what he thinks he's doing, absolutely. So there was a big election for a Supreme Court justice in Wisconsin. Yesterday, Elon Musk spent about $25 million and got squat for it.
Yeah.
Got nothing.
Big squadoosh. Two people got $1 million in Wisconsin thinking that I didn't know voting had become like Publishers Clearinghouse, where, you just send in a ballot and randomly this idiot shows up at your doorstep, knocking at the door. Hey, you won $1 million.
And he couldn't be a more awkward human being when he's trying to have fun. I would imagine if you sat him down and talked about, I don't know, science or batteries or rockets or something, it might be an interesting. But he just is not. He's not the party person you want at your party.
No.
Everybody.
Good start. Good start. Hey, everybody.
What do you think of my hat?
What are you, Carrot Top? Starting with bits? Hey, everybody, thanks for coming. What do you think of this, huh?
Even people who are born and raised in Wisconsin, sitting in Lambeau Field, wearing that look stupid.
Correct.
There's no way.
You are correct.
Yeah, but these people in the audience are giving a rousing applause. But at some point, what we're going to see, well, watch what he does next.
All right, I'm gonna sign the hat and I'm gonna throw it out.
How much would that go for on eBay? A signed Elon Musk Cheesehead. Does anybody want that? Like, is that a conversation starter? Like that immediately, if I walk in your home and you're like, you never guess what I bought on eBay. I got the signed Elon Musk cheese. I will be seeing bid you adieu, sir.
Yeah.
It's insane. Yeah. It's really wild. So, like, I mean, it was inevitable that at least a few Soros operatives would be in the audience.
That's a maniacal laugh, isn't it?
I'm telling you.
Some protesters show up and he says it's a Soros operative because we're still singing that old song.
Yeah. By the way, I also, if you'll recall, Johnny, back when we were in a former time on the radio. Yeah. Well played, Frank. Well
That's
said,
true.
sir.
That's right. He's got
That's
4 more
not the
kids.
only milk product he's throwing out into the crowd. But no, when he first burst on the scene, we had the talk of, is he a possible evil genius?
Mm-hmm.
He had those. He has always reminded me of the character Hank Scorpio from The Simpsons. If anyone doesn't remember that episode, Hank Scorpio came in and hired Homer away from the nuclear plant, brought him to this utopia. Everything was amazing. He treated everyone super well. And come to find out, the project they were working on was basically a bomb to end civilization.
Right.
Because he wanted to take over the world. And I always got that vibe from this guy.
Yeah. And I mean, this isn't a hot take, and I know other people have said it, but it's really amazing to me to think that, I don't know, 24 months ago, Elon Musk was a hero of the left. He was saving the environment. He was inventing these batteries and these electric cars, and the conservatives loathed this guy. The conservatives were the ones keying the Teslas in the parking lot and smashing the windows and cutting the cable off of the thing while people were charging. And like nothing ever happened. Suddenly everybody just sort of changed places and said, no, now I'm the one who's going to be vandalizing all the cars and I hate Elon Musk. And it's just like, how did this, that's amazing to me.
Yeah.
With no sense of irony. No sense of irony.
It was like the cha-cha side, crisscross, and everyone just kind of went across, and then everybody clap your hands. It's like, you're right. In 2 years, it just flipped like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's just, and neither side will acknowledge that they were that person at one point.
Right. That's the problem.
That's what's so bananas to me.
Yeah, we all just like have denialism, like, oh, this never happened. It's like, I can't say, well, you used to think he was you used to tune into the SpaceX launches. Now it's like,
it was cool.
Just admit it. Just admit it. There's some cool things this guy has done. Wearing a cheesehead, signing a throw to the crowd and trying to buy an election. Not one of those cool things.
No, that's not. He's no longer cool. He just, no matter what you do, he's lost whatever cool edge he had. There's more to that video, but I'm bored with it.